Alright, so I'm trying one of these on the go videos. Promise I'm driving safely, so I'm not going to make as much eye contact. But I wanted to talk a little bit. Sometimes I just feel like when I talk through my own struggles, it helps me. And knowing that I'm not really alone, even though it feels like I'm alone a lot, other people can relate, I figured I should give it a go. So I am, and have almost always been, an all or nothing person. I'm usually an all. I mean, most things I'm an all. I do it all. I get it all done. I'm high functioning. I usually succeed in whatever I'm trying to do. The one big thing that I am not so all about is my weight and my health. And so that has always been something, because I tend to be an all, type A kind of person. I felt like a failure with my weight, which then when you are heavy, you already feel like a failure. You already feel societal's view of heavy people, and you don't feel good. You don't look good, you don't feel good. So with that in mind, this journey for me is a real struggle. When I'm on and I'm eating well, like when I started Optavia, I was all in, because I had spent all that money and I was just at a very low, depressed place, and I was like, I gotta do it. So guess what? I was all in, and I was practically perfect for 4 or 5 months. Maybe I had 1 or 2 little small discretions, but they were very minor, and I mean, I got right back on, and it really didn't even cause me a problem. Okay, so I was all. Problem then is, I was like, not quite all or nothing right away, but pretty soon, when I started getting the taste, and I started making little small cheats, little small off-plan choices here and there, it became so much easier to do over and over and over. I wanted it. I was addicted to the sugar and the food and the way that all made me feel. It's just that whole cycle thing. And then I became almost a nothing. For 3 months, I've been just like, I will try to tell myself, like, get back on plan. And then I'm like, once I've made a choice, like, we're going through fast food, and I don't just say, no, I've got a fueling, or I don't say, no, I'm having my lean and green later. When I go, yeah, get me a burger and fries. Well, then guess what? Because I've done that, I mean, that's not a great choice. But if I had just gotten back on plan that day and stayed on plan the next few days, I would have still lost weight in a week. I would have probably lost a little bit of weight. But I don't do that, because I'm on all or nothing. So since I've already messed up, I mean, I'm going to just forget it. And I'm not only going to eat that cheeseburger and fries when we pulled through. Later, I'm probably going to eat whatever for dinner. And then I'm going to just start eating all the sweets that I can find. And I'm going to eat goldfish, because then I've had too much sweet. And then I'm going to probably need a Coke, because Coke and goldfish go together. I mean, it's like if you give a mouse a cookie, basically. If I order a cheeseburger, then I'm going to do all the things. So for me, I really struggle with, if I'm not perfect, then I'm going to go off the deep end. And for 3 months, I've really been in this very bad la la land. And for me, the weight just piles back on. It piles on fast. And so it's kind of hard. So what I'm trying to say is, I first of all, I normally beat myself up for that, which then just makes me feel worse, and then it makes me do the bad behaviors and gain the weight even more. But I'm at a point of no return. I cannot keep going. So, not a point of no return. I've got to return. I've got to turn it around, right? I have to say, this is it. I don't want to gain any more weight. I'm ready to get back in control, because I miss feeling energetic. I miss waking up feeling good. I miss going through my day knowing that I look and feel good. I miss the energy in the afternoons. I don't want to feel the way I've been feeling now for a couple months. I let emotions of sending my first child off to college, transitions and things like that, just derail me. And normally I would totally beat myself up for that. But I do really honestly believe I'm learning how to give myself some grace. And even in this situation, where for now, weeks and weeks, I'm like, you gotta get back on, and then I fail. Gotta do it. Okay, today's the day. Oh, and then I fail. There's something different about today. I know it when it happens. I knew it when it happened a little over a year ago. I knew something was different. There was something here in my mind that was ready, and that's where I am today. I will not go off plan. I will do the right thing, and I will learn how to fill those voids with other things that are good. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about giving yourself grace and some quick tips that I'm going to try. I look at my life sometimes and, I want everything to be done and want to accomplish it all. And I've got too many irons in the fire. So a lot of times I have my big list and I'm like, oh, I gotta get all this done, all this done. Well, it's too much because it's all one time. So I need to look at it as little tiny things. So for instance, I play an instrument and I hardly ever get to practice it. Well, then that causes me stress because I'm not in playing shape when I go to rehearsal, or I'm not prepared as much as I would like to be, especially since I'm a type A. And so then it causes me stress. Then I'm like, I gotta practice, and then I have to shove it in, and it's a big stressor. Whereas if I would just say, 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes, I don't have to go practice for an hour and a half. Same thing with chores around the house. Like, get kind of overwhelmed or I want to start a big giant project, but what I really need to do is just go pick up the few things in the room that I'm looking at. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. It can be a little bit at a time. And I'm working with a business coach for my Scentsy business too, to kind of work on that and to just say, okay, on this day of the week, just focus on this one thing. Because I look at it all and feel completely overwhelmed. So taking little tiny bites, and it's a lot like Optavia. I mean, how big are our feelings? They're tiny. They're really tiny. Like sometimes I'm like, oh, a bar, I'm excited for a bar. And I'm like, I could eat that bar in 3 bites. Like that's so little food. But what does it accomplish? It keeps your body, your blood sugar level, it keeps you satisfied because it's got the right stuff in it. So it's small but mighty. And that's how I need to look at all these tasks. They don't have to be the whole enchilada plate. They can just be, you see what I did there, like the whole enchilada? They can just be that little Optavia feeling. I can just go to that one little teeny tiny task and things will be so much better. So, just some things that I'm thinking. I'm pulling into my driveway. I know I ramble a little bit, but it is my own therapy kind of doing this. So hopefully it helps you. If you have any tips for me, listen, I'm always up for some help and some support. And hopefully you seeing me not give up and continuing my journey will help you as well. If you need any information on Optavia or just some healthy habits and you need some support because it's really hard to do alone, please reach out, let me know. And thanks for listening. All right, y'all have a great day.